ELDV is a platform to record, transcribe, and summarize basically all your meetings across all platforms, because like most of us are using more than one, but most popular it's Google Meet, Zoom, and Microsoft Teams. But even more so, we're not just enabling you to do that for one meeting. We actually enable you to kind of, segment, for example, all your customer success meetings, enter a custom prompt, schedule it for all the new meetings, send every month to your inbox, like all the insights you might need about your business, and so much more. That's just a summary. It's an AI meeting intelligence. We wanted to build community around the product in some sense. Like we wanted to give people a platform to voice their suggestions, concerns, and to then inform our product decisions based on that. And over time, it also turned into a notification tool as well, an update tool, and even sometimes like a tool to reach the right people to understand better what they exactly mean, what they want, and how we can serve them best. I used to have a Discord server where you could like basically join to provide feedback, which is definitely a bit stronger on the community building side, but on the other side, it's very high maintenance. It is very disorganized, and so like the two most important parts that in the end made us choose Canny was that it's scalable, it's very clean, and it's simple and straightforward without high maintenance to kind of like understand what people want, why they want it, and notify them when you've built it and what's the progress of the feature. Canny is a very popular placement on our web app, which is essentially, you can see it on every screen. It's always on the sidebar. And so basically that element is always there to engage with our users. We then have a Slack channel set up that would inform us about any kind of real-time activity, what people are kind of requesting, commenting, voting on, which is very, very helpful as a daily pulse of the business. And this is a Slack channel that is mostly frequented by our co-founding team at large, because it gives us all the sort of like pulse check about what's happening, but also the larger product team and even engineering. The feature notification and kind of like, it's one thing to kind of just get feedback and like ideas from customers. It's another thing to show them what you're currently working on, and also like seamlessly, literally with a quick message, inform them when it's live. So that's what I was initially not counting on, that I think it has proven super helpful over the years. Just super helpful to get like a really direct pulse on the product, because you can understand if you have the feature and people are asking for it, it's not visible enough. If the feature, like if something is buggy, they might you might sense it through that. It's just and if they just have like a really interesting point, you hear it as well, and you can get ideas for what to build next. So I would say it's just a very good source of like real-time inspiration for what you can move the needle on with your business. So very important. The immeasurable number one would be, it makes us as a company seem very close to the customers and very receptive. The second thing is, I think, an added level of social proof, because it's like people care about the product. Look how many are caring about this and that thing, which increases engagement on top of that, I think. And then the other thing, many people just look for a tool and they're like, okay, like let me vote for this. I passionately care about it, but until it's there, I'm not going to engage. And we can actually bring back these customers and keep them engaged, even though we haven't built the feature, because we can say, hey, it's coming soon. Like we're actively thinking about it or working on it, which is again a super good engagement driver. So yeah, if I would summarize all these points, it's engagement. And then when it's live, obviously kind of say, hey, it's launched, give us feedback. We often don't announce features yet, but we post them to Canny so that those that vote for them get kind of early, like they discover it first. It's out for others. So again, engagement. So if I would bring all of that under one word, it's like increased engagement across the customer journey. The team really loves it. Like we often use kind of like as another touch point is like, hey, this feature has quite some votes on Canny, and like here's why, like so the team would go back to it to kind of like understand the weight of this feature, or like the seeming importance that users place on it. This is across the product and customer success and customer support team a lot. We would use this to motivate the engineering team to build it, to say, hey guys, like this has like 200 outvotes, but like 1% of people engage, so the total impact is 100 times that. So look at this, and then on the customer side, people really, as I mentioned, like it's just this engagement. Like we got this in when we hired for positions. People are like, oh, I love how you're using like a tool like Canny. It seems like you're really close. Customers feel heard, and so I think overall it's a very positive sentiment that we get across the board. Start using it as soon as possible and make it very prominent in your product, so that you set up the Slack channel and invite your whole team. It just gives you like another, especially in the early days, like there's like feedback is just so valuable, but in the beginning it's so rare. Like do anything to get it and make it as easy as possible, and then to kind of radiate it through your entire team.